Pop-on flavors of Paul Hayes just found a big...
My bad. All right. Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakatakash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's Brother Shawab Amwan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is called Interracial Marriages. And somehow I messed up on an explanation point. Shalom, brother, shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Barakatah. Matter of fact, it's beautiful that you came on as a spirit, because I know you posted it on your page one time where it talks about how the women of the Israelites were always with Israelite men. I don't know where you got it from. I was trying to search for it and I couldn't find it. But if you could copy and paste it or something, if you find it, Lord willing. All right. But going into this, I stumbled across a video on Instagram with this couple. All right. And I don't know if he's Esau. I kind of went through his through the page. I was trying to see if I could find some salt and flavor on his ass. I didn't really find nothing. But he definitely looked like Esau. All right, and what I'll do is I'll go into that real quick. Let me switch this. There you go. Okay. So she definitely Jake. All right, she definitely looks like she has 3 different kids by 3 different baby daddies, because none of them look the same. But I could be going off, you know what I'm saying? You never know. I don't think he has kids with her. I think she's expecting, she's expecting a 4th one, and I think it's with him. Okay. But what made me believe that he was Esau was this.
What the heck are you wearing?
Now, you can't tell me his ass don't look like Esau, boy. And he got that whole American pride thing going, you see? So that's what made me think he was Esau. Other videos. Really like Salaki, hold on.
What the heck are you?
All right, let me see. There was something in one of these. What was it? He was taking the kids and showing them how to. It was going more with a reel, but it was he was trying to show them how to use the sword type shit. It was this one right here? I think it was.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days.
No, that's not it. Salaki. There's a couple. I'm not gonna look for them because I was looking at I ran through the profile, and basically she a gold digger because she was basically talking about how she got 3 kids, but now she has this financial happiness. She finally met the one that gave her the financial happiness, basically. So she a whole gold digger. You could tell this guy got a whole lot of money. Okay, like I said, everything I was looking in there, he don't look like no Jake. All right, but we don't know. But the point is, if he is not Jake, all right, you women, which this is very common now in these days, interracial marriages, you got a lot of women of our tribes that are starting to deal with these other nation niggas, all right, dealing with these Edomites, and especially with these Edomites. Because, you know, these Edomites be having money and these women be trying to look for a way out of you know, out of their poverty life or whatever the hell they're going through. You know, they're trying to get somebody to take care of their damn kids. All right. And at the end of the day, that's going off. Okay, let's go into real quick. Let me switch this shit around. Okay, this shit. Let's go to Ezra 9. As a matter of fact, before I go to Ezra 9, let me go to Deuteronomy 7 real quick. Deuteronomy 7. Okay. Let me oh, it's on the NLT, that's why. Okay. This is warnings. All right. This is Deuteronomy 7:1. Okay. It says, when the Lord thy power shall give thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Yeah, we're not supposed to make no covenants, no promises with these nations. And you know, men and women of Israel, you're not supposed to be with these other nations making covenants. All right, as in men, you can deal with these other nations. All right, but you're not supposed to take them as to be your wives, as if they were Israelite women. You see, because you going to make covenants with them and going to marry them in the churches and all that. See, that's all covenants you're making with them. That's you signing papers before Esau, all of that. All right, so you're not supposed to make no type of covenants with them. All right, it says neither, and the women is definitely not supposed to be with them at all. You're not supposed to be with any of these other nations. And it says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou give unto thy son. Okay. It says, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn down their images with fire. All right. So we're not supposed to be around them because of the gods that they serve and things like that. Everything that they do somehow leads you to go astray from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. If you look at what happened to King Solomon, all right, King Solomon, all right, his heart was turned away from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Why? Because he started serving his concubines, man, on a wife level. Okay, this is 1 Kings 11:1. It says, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerns which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, you shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you. You see, that's why we fell away in the beginning, going all the way to Genesis, because you had what? It said you had the giants in those days, and what? They went into the daughters of men, okay? Which that was the fallen ones, our you know, those first fruits, okay? The elect that's gonna come back today, you know, they started going off by dealing with these other nations on that type of level. You see, and every time he dealt with these other nations on that level, they always turned away from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. So it says, of the nations concerning which the Lord Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, you shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, you see, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power, you see, with the Lord Yahweh, as was the heart of David his father. Okay, if you want to get this in the NLT, okay, it'll tell you. I'll take it to the second verse. It says, the Lord had clearly instructed the people of Israel, you must not marry them because they will turn your heart to their gods. You see? As a matter of fact, what's the scripture I was just about to bring out? Give me 1 second. Oh, Tobit. Let me switch this around real quick. This is, oh, can't see it. Can't see what? Oh my gosh. Can't see what, brother? You gotta let me know because this thing is crazy the way I mess around with it. It's probably because I had it on that one. Hopefully you can see it now. All right, let me switch this back. That's what I'm saying. This thing is annoying now. This whole new. Let's go to Tobit. Okay. Tobit 4 and 12. Okay, and it says, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, you see, which is not of thy father's tribes, for we are the children of the prophets, prophets Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Okay. It says, now, let me see. Yeah, that's the point. All right. So yeah, that's because that's where it's a pure lineage. All right, when it's Israelite with an Israelite. Okay. Now, if a man gets one of these heathen women, pregnant, the child will still be, all right, an Israelite, pertaining to Numbers 1 and 18, when it tells you that everything comes of the father's lineage. Okay, everything is of the father's lineage. So if you women are Israelites and you're dealing with Esau and you're having children with him, you're defiled. Okay, because you're having tares. You're not expounding on our nation, man. You're actually killing our nation, basically, by taking on these heathens' kids, man. As a matter of fact, what was I just going to bring out? Salakia. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's what I was going to bring out. Genesis. Let's bring out Genesis. Because remember what happened to the sister of Reuben and Levi. They ended up going to kill a whole town, basically, because the sister had slept with another nation, man. You see, and she became defiled. Okay, so that was Genesis 34, and let me see. I don't want to read the whole thing. Okay. All right, I'll just try to kind of skim through it. It says, and Dinah, the daughter of Leah, all right, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. You see? So this is an Israelite woman being defiled by a Hivite. Okay. And his soul clave unto Dinah and the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father's Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. Okay, and Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him, and the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel, in line with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. Okay, let's grab real quick. This is Nehemiah, no, Ezra 9, and okay, as a matter of fact, let me grab it from here, Salakia, because this whole chapter speaks of, here you go, Ezra's prayer concerning interracial marriage. All right, this is in the NLT. Let me switch that to the KJV. All right. So this is 9:1. It says, now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Okay, doing according to their abominations, even the Canaanites, the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the Ammonites, and the Moabites, and the Egyptians, and Amorites. For they have taken their daughters for themselves, okay, and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people in those lands. You see? Yeah, and the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in their trespass. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and off my beard, and sat down stony. All right. Which you see how he got very upset. You see, because it was basically a disgrace, which he goes into this prayer, and he's basically asking the Lord to forgive his people, man, because of the wickedness that they've done. All right. It says, then were assembled unto me every one that trembled the words of the power of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat stonied until the evening sacrifice. And at evening sacrifice, I rose up from my heaviness, and having rent my garment and my mantle, I fell upon my knees and spread out my hands unto the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and said, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to thee, my power, for our iniquities are increased in over our head, and our trespass is grown up unto the heavens. Since the days of our fathers, we have been in a great trespass unto this day. For our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, have Salakia. Our kings and our priests been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, into captivity, into a spoil, into confusion of face, as it is this day. Okay, it says, and now for a little space, grace has been shown from the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our power may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. Okay, let me see if it keeps going into it. I know it, yeah, let me just keep reading. And it says, for we were bondmen, yet our power has not forsaken us in our bondage, but has extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our power, to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and Jerusalem. It says, and now our power, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken the commandments, you see, because it was commanded that we were not supposed to do that. So by you doing that till this day, you women, all right, and you men that are taking these women's on a wifey level, okay, you going off, all right, and you women are definitely going off for sleeping with these other nations, man. Okay, you just completely having tears, man, and adding on to Esau's bullshit. All right, it says, which thou hast commanded by the servants the prophets, saying, the land on onto which ye go to possess, it is unclean. It is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the lands. You see, and that's why you're not supposed to mingle with them, man. Because you're bringing the whoredom to the land. You're bringing all these different gods and different fucking deities amongst our people. All right, and then they get lost in the sauce with it, and next thing you know, they're falling to all these gods. All right, it says with their abominations which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. You see, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. You see, and that's what that girl was doing. That girl was a straight gold digger. Yeah, y'all could go check out her page, man. She had a whole fucking little reel talking about I'm financially stable now. See, she was doing it for all the wrong reasons, trying to get at Esau, you know, to use him for his money. But see, with these women don't understand that the Lord gonna put the spirit on fucking Esau to turn his back on you. You see, and you're gonna see how this devil is really gonna come at you, and that he hated your ass the whole entire time, man. You know, because I believe a lot of the, you know, through the spirit, you know, these women that be with these with Esau and shit like that. I feel like, you know, back in the times of slavery, they were the same type of women that were dealing with Esau in that time. You see, so it's all spiritual to end up around, you know, the same shit. Okay. But it says, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat good of the land and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. See? And that's what that girl sounded like she was trying to do. She trying to leave a good ass inheritance for her kids. Meanwhile, she had three shitty ass, well, I don't know if it's three different baby daddies, but she had three different kids. And the way I was looking at them pictures, they all looked like they had different baby daddies, man. All right. And she out there trying to seek an inheritance for her children forever, off of Esau's bullshit. You see, she's depending on Esau. She's depending on flesh. She's not depending on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And it says, and after all that is come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our power, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this, should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations? Wouldest thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping? O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, power of Israel, thou art righteous, for we remain yet escaped as it is this day. Behold, we are before thee in our trespasses, for we cannot stand before thee because of this. Okay, you see. So now let me go back to, where was I at? What was it? I was in Genesis. That's right. Genesis 34. Okay. Showing you why Reuben and Levi. Okay. I believe it was Reuben and Levi. They ended up murdering, you know, the people of that town, man. Let me see. I was at 7. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field, and when they heard it, the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us in the land, shall be before you, dwell and trade you therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem and Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister. And they said unto them, we cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this we will consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with them, and we will become one people. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And the words pleased Hamor and Shechem's Hamor's son, and Shechem Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came unto the gate of their city and communed with the men of the city, saying, these men are peaceable with us. Therefore, let them dwell in the land and trade for the land. Hold on. Am I reading in the right spot? Okay, yeah, no, I'm going right. Yeah, Salakia. And it says, because it was taking too long to get to the point. I should have went to the point and skipped over this part. But it says, let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us, for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of the city, and every male was circumcised, and that went out of the gate of his city. All that went out of the gate of the city. And it came to pass that on the third day, when they were sore, that the two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, that's what it was, Simeon and Levi, which Simeon and Levi, it's spiritual, because they're instruments of cruelty. All right. So this is the cruelty they came with. It says, Dinah's brethren took each man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister, defiled their lineage. All right, which is a matter of fact. Hold on. Yeah, see, and then his sister was called the harlot for that. All right, let me go into that word. I just want to go into that word real quick. Defiled. Let me switch this real quick. Okay, I see him good. The water. Can't see. Okay, he couldn't see. He could hear it though. This is let me grab it from here. This thing, man. Defiled, spoil, mar. To make something profane, something sacred. See, desecrate or profane something sacred, because that's what we are. We're the Lord's chosen people, man. Okay. It says to violate, pollute. Yep, contaminate. That's what it was saying, that they were mingling with the seed and polluting our seed, basically contaminating our seed. Okay, dishonoring our seed. Okay, no longer sanctified, basically. Okay. Degrade. Yep, we're degrading ourselves on that. Let me try from here. Word etymology online. Defiled word etymology. See what it says real quick. Yep. To render, it says to make foul or dirty. Okay. 2, RAPE, deflower. Okay. Salakia. Yeah, that's pretty much the point on that. Right. But yeah, that's what you're doing. You're defiling the whole lineage, man. Let me get give me 1 second. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty much the point. You see? But yeah, that's the point. You're not supposed to be with these other nations. Okay. You women is definitely not supposed to be with these other nations, and you men that deal with these other nations, you're not supposed to take them to wife, all right, and run after their gods, man. All right, that's a hit it and quit it and keep it moving. Wham bam, thank you, Tam. Okay, but Lord willing that the lesson was edifying and the point was made. All right. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Barakat Kodash. Double homage to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the scattered abroad, Akim and the Aqua that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom, the water brother for tuning in, the water brothers. All right, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Shalom.